Okay, we're going to go again with the Sopwith. We're lined up again. I'm going to take the Sopwith back up. I've slightly adjusted the tail wheel, and I'm also going to be a little bit quicker on the throttle to get it moving. All right, taking off. I'm already seeing control that I didn't have before. It's now crabbing to the left, keeping that nose down in that turn, assisting with the left rudder, to the right, pulling up, left rudder. Really stable conditions this morning. I'll just go hands off for a second, so let's see what's happening. It's now crabbing to the right. As I turn left, let's go hands off. We're climbing, reduce that throttle. I think we need a little bit of left aileron roll. Smidgen of down, hands off, look at that. It's putting itself into a left bank. So that could either be coming from the ailerons or the rudder. You come in nice and low here, racing along that fence line. The Sopwith Camel is one of the planes that I really struggled to fly, and especially struggled to land. It looks unstable in the air at slow speeds, as in that it may not make it. However, it just is so good pulling up into a nice shallow climb here. Let's try a landing. We're going to go out over the south and do left rudder input, reducing that throttle, coming in for a bit of a side slip landing. Whoa, no side slip landing. Let's go. Keep that speed. Keep that speed. Oh, and we're tipped over. So you can see, when you don't have that throttle applied on the Sopwith, that rudder and control is almost lost. So I actually made a mistake there of coming in too high on my descent. And then as I was descending, I reapplied the throttle instead of going around and positioning myself for a better approach. So here it is. There will not be any damage from that level of tip over, but the plane will be slightly heavier from the amount of water on the wing. Okay. With a slightly different trimmed aircraft, taking off. Look at that, dead straight. Right rudder. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Turning to the right, keeping that right rudder involved, keep that speed over the cows, and just going to commit to this nice calming climb off into the sun, making use of these low light conditions. Now it says I have a minute on the clock. However, I've flown this plane on 4S plenty of times, and I know that I land with a lot in the tank. Nice sweeping turn around to the left. Bit of down attitude. Going over these trees and coming in for a low approach. Left bank along the fence line, plenty of rudder to hold that, increasing the throttle for the right bank, coming back over the field now. Really nice model. So the Sopwith is just something that you've got to stay in front of. Now I say that a bit, but I'll give you an example. If I get some altitude under my belt, that's as slow as I can fly. You can see that it's starting to get a little bit unstable at that higher angle of attack. That higher climb rate doesn't necessarily, or higher climb angle doesn't necessarily mean I'm producing any more altitude. The best way to climb one of these aircrafts, I find, full throttle and just a smidgen of elevator. Find myself pushing the nose down a little bit if it's climbing too much. Left rudder, keep it pointing where I need it. You see, I managed to increase the altitude there without an incredibly steep climb. Now let's go over the tarmac, over to the south end of the field, continuing to think about the patience of gaining altitude. It's a slow process with the Sopwith Camel, but they're a challenge to get in the air, so when you do get them in the air, you want to make use of it. Pulling in for a loop, steering the whole way through that loop, virtually stopped, which means I'm going to stall. Once I get out a little bit further, I'll go for another stall. Alright, we're over the west, stalling, left rudder, left aileron. Quite aerobatic really. Oh, total wing over there. Really cool to see that with a Sopwith. Alright, guess I best bring it in. So, turning around to the right. The mistake from before was too high and too fast. So I'll do a flyby and then I'll go and position myself away from where I am now for my landing. Safely on the ground, can't help but turn around and take back. Increasing my throttle. Keep it on the ground. Oh, prop strike, prop strike, prop strike, prop strike. Have a look at that. How dead straight is that, those tyre marks? And you just go through the evidence. It's not looking too good because you've got the plane followed by, you know, the prop getting dug in all the way down and then the tyre marks. Here's the tyre marks coming through. There's the prop strike and there's the sandy Sopwith.